Hello, hello, hello. It's good to see everyone again. I know it's been a hot second. Uh, things were hectic. We finished getting restaurants and retail done and released, and that took longer than I thought it would. Not gonna lie. Oh, we're we're PNG tubing today because well, I just didn't feel like getting the VTube studio set up. There's been a couple updates, so I need to go in and check my model and make sure everything's fine. But I was like, you know what? I'm making excuses. I have a perfectly good PNG that I can use. And you know what? By golly, I'm gonna use it. And so here I am using it. Uh, let's see here. Let me bring up Spotify so we can get some chill jams while we're hanging out and just chalking. You know, if I was a real professional streamer, I would have done this already. It has been a week. Let me tell you. I worked on restaurants and retail for whew, 2 years. The last 6 months or so being really just uh, keeping an eye on it from a distance, making sure that certain things didn't get changed too much, uh, voicing my opinion where it wasn't needed. You know, the usual. So having it finally released, uh, I gotta say, it felt good, like really good. And then what's even better is that people actually seem to really enjoy it. They liked the subclasses, which is great because I wrote 5 of them. Uh, they liked, they just liked everything, and well, that's pretty neat. I, it makes me happy in a way that is a little hard to express. I never thought it was gonna be done. Like at a certain point, I wasn't certain that it was ever going to end, and I know the editors and the founders are feeling the same way because they're they're still not 100% certain that it released. And said our work isn't completely done. Most of it's all like out of my hands at this point, but there's erratas to be made, and we have to get it the PDF sent off to the printer and um, get it all shipped out in ship shape. But as far as I'm concerned, it's done. No longer no longer something I need to worry about. All right, here we go. Spotify was just taking a moment. Okay, let me just turn that down just a little bit. Check how I look. All right, we're gonna run a quick 30-second ad while I get this sorted. All right, let's see how that sounds. I think it's okay. Let me bring it up on my phone. Okay, we're doing a quick test here. How's my voice level? Me? Okay, everything seems fine. Nothing. Oh no, is it still going? Oh, gotta take care of that. Boop 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 boop. All right. How's everybody doing? I'm talking about. I'm down to hear about you guys. Feel free to leave me a comment there in the chat channel. Uh, in the interim, I thought I would go through and show you guys some cut content from restaurants and retail. This is probably going to make its way onto our Patreon at some point. Wow, working within a file structure for 2 years, you'd think you'd be able to find things a little bit easier. Why am I in marketing and development? I want Merca. I went right back into marketing and development. Wow, okay. Nope. There we go. Monsters of America. Restaurants and retail. Adventure Companion. Art assets. Final text. Nope. Probably development writing. Writers folders. I haven't done anything in this folder in 2 years. Wow. just make a little source here. Good lord, it has been a hot second. I swear, it feels like Streamlabs has changed things. Oh, that's big. Nope, I don't want the backgrounds, because that should be locked. And let's see here. There it is. Whoop. We're gonna bring you down just a couple pegs. Okay, cool. Now we can kind of. Oop, nope. That's supposed to be. Boop. It's supposed to be locked too. Oops. Okay. Yep. There we go. Okay, cool. So this is something that I wrote that was originally part of the Stalker Rogue, and it's probably gonna wind up being Patreon content because it kind of evolved. Because originally, our Rogue subclass, the Stalker, has had the ability, and I suppose it still has the ability to stalk and steal, which means it has like a built-in mechanic where it can steal things from people. And I thought, well, that sounds like a lot of annoying work for the DM or GM at the table. So what if we just make a handy-dandy little table that we can have the rogue roll on if they want to steal something. So that way the dungeon master doesn't need to dig it up. The thief or rogue or whomever, because anybody can use it, can get kind of fun, cool stuff, but also weird, useless things as well. And we included this fun MacGuffin that I'm a fan of, where basically just says the DM can and should co-opt the table to advance the plot. So yeah. So we have it's a table 10. It's a the table gives you an idea how big it is. There's 100 results essentially that you can roll. So and they're all D10s, D10 tables. Oh, sorry. I thought about doing more, but I felt like it got a little attainable, and then thought about doing a bit less. But there were just so many like kind of fun ideas to run with. So yeah, I'm gonna move my snail down just a little bit, so that way it's a little bit easier to read. Oh. Nope. There we go. So let's take a look at the first table, the useless items table. This one, like with any good table, I felt the lowest result should always be the worst, and the highest result should always be the best. So within each table, the lowest result is the worst within that table, and then 10 is the best roll in that table. And the tables themselves, from table 1 to table 10, are also, worst to best. So 1 being the worst, this is the useless items table. A couple of standouts from this one that I love. It's the one, your hand comes away empty but sticky. I can't think of a worse result personally to get on that particular table. Just stick your hand in somebody's pocket, it comes back out, and it's like covered in caramel sauce. Oh god. You steal a box of used matches, I like that one a lot. Oh, 9 is great too. You steal fistful of dollars. Too bad that's not a currency in this game. That one, I've seen a couple of. I think Monster Camp did a reference similar to that as well, where you could earn one of the events let you earn stats, like stat points and something, and like a stat that doesn't exist in the game. The second table is the esoteric items table, and this is just kind of like uh, weird stuff that's more of a concept. Uh, so, for example, you steal a fleeting memory. You can steal a spotlight. Uh, you can also learn how sausage gets made. And then my favorite Undertale reference that I was able to sneak into the game. You steal a plate of frozen spaghetti. You're filled with a sense of determination. And this is where we actually start to see benefits. Uh, your next saving throw has advantage, right? So it's temporary. It's not horrifically powerful or anything like that. But it's a lot better than the kitchen sink or your target's sense of self-loathing. And then we get to the weird items table, which uh, Merca is just look. Our magic items in the setting are already bonkers and bizarre. So being able to bring some of them right on the table is a lot of fun. I went back to the book and read through all the magical items to add them into this table. Some that I really like: an incomplete set of hyper-realistic finger puppets, a counterfeit silver piece that's weirdly worth a single gold, a bag of soylent beans, definitely not made of people. And then we get to the consumables table, and I didn't want to just like put a health potion on here, like just a bunch of potions. There is a health potion. It's 5. Uh, like it's a standard health potion. It's pretty good. It's like potion of remove poison. That's they're a band. Uh, but like I wanted some weird stuff too. So we've got like you steal a jar with 1 pickle and brine. Consuming it gives you 1d4 plus 1 hit points. Um, or an old jar of grease you can break on the ground to cast the grease spell. Right, with the higher level stuff being like a bottle of brain bleach or Pepto Bismol. And there are a lot of jokes in here. This actually is after it's been edited, and they removed quite a bit of the jokes that I wrote in just for readability. So that way you bring just for referencing, so that way when you're going through, you don't spend 10 minutes trying to read through jokes to find what you're looking for. And then we get to the moolah table. Money. Roll your level in D12, multiply that by 10, and you gain that much exposure. Exposure is a currency in America where I think exposure is worth like a copper or something like that. It's ridiculously valueless. Like there's no value to it. Literally, I think in the core book it says that if you can take any scrap of paper and write any amount of exposure on it, and you devalue the paper by doing so. Oh god. You steal gold, but it's covered in something sticky. I don't think we actually have any good jokes in here, but you can steal your level in bucks on a 10, which is pretty good. So that's 100 gold per buck, 1,000 gold pieces. Weapon stable, you steal +1 rock. I like the idea of getting a rock that you can't really use. It's just technically you got a magical weapon, but it's a rock. I suppose you can beat somebody with it or throw it, but I don't know. It feels like it's I don't know, kind of against the spirit of the role. I don't know. We got gloves. Um, this one is a little mean. You can steal the right glove or bracer of a pair. Uh, which means that like you have to steal the left. You have to steal the left one as well if you want that to actually work. So you can get like a gauntlet of ogre strength. or ogre power, but you need both of them. So the odds aren't necessarily in your favor. This should be a 3. Boop. We did the same thing with boots, and this should be a 3 as well. Let's see. We got some more of our weird, our weirdness from our scope spyglass, which is literally a spyglass with like a sniper scope on it. Some protein powder. Uh, our version of Legos, aka bricks and blocks. Uh, and then the actually good rewards table, which is the last one. So the worst result is a bag of devouring, which anybody who's been playing longer can tell you is a great thing to get. It's not great to discover that it's a bag of devouring, uh, but once you know it's a bag of devouring, as long as you have somebody polymorph in the party, it's a whoo boy. It can make a powerful combination. One of my favorites that I wrote in, you steal 10d10 damage. Uh, you just, you rolled a 92 essentially. Uh, so you get to deal 10d10 damage to somebody. Let's see, what was number 10? Cloud Giant Strength for 8, but Big Book of Coupons for 7. That's our version of the Deck of Many Things. An actual Deck of Many Things is 9. And then 10, you steal an artifact of the GM's choice. We recommend a Stone of Destiny or Destiny Golem. And those are like our version of the Infinity Stones, but they're dice. And they're great. In fact, we have our adventure path will be featuring them heavily, the one that we're doing for Chromatic Gamut. So I'm excited for people to kind of get a chance to interact with them a little bit more. Because I've always felt like they've not really gotten the spotlight that they deserved. Alright, so we've chatted for a few minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and switch us over to the gaming screen because I have been itching to play some Grounded. I've not played in a while, and I'm craving it, man. I need to get my fix of being a tiny person fighting against bugs and building things. So I'm just gonna run another ad real fast, so that way we can keep those pre-rolls off while I get the scenes switched over and the channel stuff updated. Okay, and gaming. Game capture. Let's see here. Properties. One day I will get this to automatically capture games when they open. One day. But that day is not today. Alright, let's go ahead and move me down into this little corner down here. Boop, 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 boop. Alright, and we'll go ahead and stop the music. Okay, cool. And let's begin. I'm gonna go ahead and bring up the in-game volume because I tend to keep that down when I'm playing on my own. can bring Twitch chat up on my phone. All right. Let's see. Can you guys even hear that desktop audio? I don't think you can. Hang on. That's right, because I had it set up for Spotify. Awesome. Okay, we're gonna lower the volume just a little bit so that way people. Boop boop boop. All right. So let's go ahead and start. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and host an online game, just in case one of the game wants to pop in. Okay, let's do custom because there's a couple things that I want to fix. Bug spawn, quests, player damage, pet invincibility on, respawn with you, because I adamantly believe that either equipment durability being damaged when you die or backpacks dropping on death or being lost forever are good either ors. You don't need both. I mean that's a personal preference though. Food spoiling, building integrity. Nope, nope, nope. Normal? Yeah, normal. Except. And then we gotta play my
Hey,
girl
I'm
Willow.
Willow Branch.
So far, my my only real kind of like complaint about Grounded is that you can only have 4 people playing at once, and it's not really so much a complaint as it is a lament, I should say. Because I've had groups of friends that wanted to play, but there was one person too many, and so it just didn't kind of work out. So it'd be nice if you could have one or maybe 2 more people join in, or even more than that. It would be kind of cool if you could run like a dedicated server with like a community in the backyard. Even if that would get pretty crowded quickly, I think that would be its own kind of fun. Although with the planned expansions that they're doing, I don't think it would be too bad actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, you probably need to turn off the haze, so that way there's enough room for everyone.
Hmm. Cave Nightmare. My favorite. Well, version is it? Endless cave, bottomless pit, impossibly claustrophobic passages.
Willow. Oh, it's been a minute. I have forgotten some of the controls. Oh, thank goodness! Thank goodness that I'm starting over instead of trying to go into one of my other files. All right. I have started and restarted this game so many times. I don't know what it is. There's something I don't know. There's just something really fun about Grounded, and starting from nothing and building up.
This is definitely a new nightmare. Not gonna lie
I'm
though, I'm pretty sure I'm a
super excited
werewolf.
because I follow a YouTuber who makes Grounded content. And he was talking about some of the potential plans for the next update, um, or one of the next updates, which would be armor improvements. which I think would be super cool because I tend to run around in red ant worker armor for the extra carrying capacity and such. So it'd be cool if I could make it a little bit more durable for when I inevitably get into a scrape. Ah, the field station. Yay, food. Granola bar.
There must be someone in charge of this science experiment. I haven't seen any signs of anyone else. Good one, Nightmare. Keep me guessing.
One benefit that this game definitely has, when you're playing with friends, is the characters talking to each other, which is so cool. I love it. I love it so much. They have such unique dialogue. Also love that we can analyze mushrooms. Okay, gotta wait 8 in-game minutes. That's fine. We're just gonna continue gathering rocks and resources. Maybe drink some water if I can find a dewdrop. Hell yeah.
I mean, this is probably what bottled water is.
Man, my have you ever had one of those like this game always reminds me of what like having those dreams where you're really small for some reason. I don't know if you've ever had those, but they can be wild, man. Like I think one I remember having is being tiny at school. Like you're just sitting there, everything's normal, you're just not having a good time, and suddenly you're at your desk, but you're super freaking small and your teacher's huge. That one, that one was always freaky. Uh, you think I'd be a little bit more sympathetic and kind to these bugs, considering I'd have nightmares about being squashed with one. Don't avoid my stone. There we go. Okay, we should be able to analyze the rock now. Oh god, I have to remember the the ah, button. The stick is shift. Stick is shift. I keep trying to press O. I've been playing Elden Ring recently, so I keep trying to do Elden Ring moves. It's just for reasons that are quite obvious. It's now working out in my favor. Okay. There it is. Quick build. Hell yeah. Craft. Oh right, there's craft menu now. Sweet. Uh, right trigger. Axe. Hammer. Spear. Left bumper. So I need some granola bars.
Or, I guess I thought I did.
They do need to add some more, like, dialogue for eating things, though. I will admit. Okay, circle is not sprint. I'll remember it eventually. Okay, and you'll need a couple of these for a torch here in a moment, and we'll go to get the mysterious machine reactivated. So I might as well take down an extra one. Get some rocks. And then we'll rush Burgle so that way we can get floors and actually build things. I'm not sure how I'm gonna get level 2 items. I'm not very good at taking out the insects that you need to get them. Okay. Get that guy cooking. Let's go get some clover so we can make a shelter. Ooh, aphid honeydew. Don't mind if I do. Oh, nope. Some clover leaves, which we'll need for ponchos. Surprisingly, in my mind, I feel is slightly underrated for how much help it gives you early game with moisture and hunger reduction. And it costs like nothing to make. Ooh, I forget. Is there some raw science down in here? Nah. Okay. Boo boo boo. Oh, Weevil. Hey, little guy. I hate how cute they make you. It makes it hard to be a cold-blooded murderer. Okay. So we should be able to analyze some more stuff. Ba -ba -ba -ba. Nope. Shit. Okay. Let's see then. I guess. Wow, I can't do anything yet. I'm trying to think. Where's the next nearest? Well, there's one outside the tree, but that's surrounded by spiders. Uh, that one over there is in the haze. There's one all the way over there, but you know what? We'll just wait. It's fine. It'll be okay. Soon.
I'd eat this normally.
Okay. Since I'm waiting, armor. Yeah, armor. Yeah, craft. Oh, right, I need a workbench. Is this what I need for a workbench? No. It might be the grass planks. Hello, friend. Uh, gotta harden the heart. A tiny child cannot live on mushrooms and acorn alone. Working on that cardio fan. So, Rise of the Shield Hero has gotten its second season, and I am so excited. I was reading the light novel up until this arc, actually, when I had to move, and I gave my sister all of the volumes that I had because Rise of the Shield Hero really touched her in like a special way. It meant a lot to her, and so like I bought a bunch of volumes of the light novel because I wanted to read them with the intent that I would be giving them to her. And I gotta say, it's pretty good. Uh, my novel definitely takes its more of its time with things as opposed to the show, which makes sense because it's a 30-minute show. You gotta get stuff done There we go. Boop. Canteen, sprig bow. Sounds like some ants nearby. Quip. I often build here, but I don't know that I want to do that this time. I am gonna put down some walls, just as like it's like a thing. In part to get these planks off the ground, but also to like give me a place to put my shelter. Yeah, I've weirdly gotten into reading a lot of light novels recently. I kind of want to write one. I had like a when I was younger, I had an idea. I had an idea to do what is basically a light novel. A novel but with more illustrations, essentially. Ah, it doesn't do good. And I think it'd be fun. I just need more time.
At least
I was
it's
thinking of
clean.
maybe I could stream writing
Ish.
it. That might be fun. Uh, okay, this is Ubuntu. Hell yeah, here we go. So yeah, I just I've been reading Mushoku Tensei as well, and that it's such a good light novel. Uh, the web novel wasn't horrific, I will say. It definitely got better as it went on, but it benefited greatly from having an editor. Not Elden Ring, don't press circle. Set respawn. Alright, let's go get us some sap, huh? Nat.
Okay, that is definitely not normal.
Whoop.
What's the worst thing that could happen? Looks like something is happening. Well, that was
Okay.
anticlimactic. Looks like the other two lasers are blocked.
I'm so glad Shield Hero was confirmed for Season 3 as well. There was a long time where I wasn't sure that there was going to be a Season 2. So, to know that it's already getting a Season 3 puts my mind at ease. Really, the big wait that's going to suck is for the next season of Mushoku Tensei. Uh, I don't know what it was about 2020 and 2021 that was like just the year of really influential anime for me. Like anime that meant something, like that had like uh, evoked like a visceral reaction in me. And like I don't know, but there's some good stuff in the last couple of years. Okay, this gives us torches, right? Hell yeah. Okay. So just wrong button. I'm gonna get there eventually, I promise. Torch, torch. We'll go ahead and equip the hammer. Acquire dinner. Or actually, I suppose this would be more likely breakfast for tomorrow. And let's go take care of that laser. Let's see. Oh yeah, there's a clay deposit here, isn't there? Why is there a stink bug here? These lawn mites are absurd. I do love that they will attack anything. And you can, in fact, lure them to attack creatures larger than themselves. Lawn mite in the wall. I mean, that's been there for forever. Oh, fuck. Okay. Hey. Have you heard the good word about our Lord and Savior Hammer? I will get cardio, Shan. I will. You know, one thing that's great about this game is that I got my friends and I to go back and watch the first two Honey I Shrunk the Kids movies, which, man, those were a blast from the past. The first one is surprisingly good still. Like, it really holds up because like all of the effects are practical. Like, even though it's a little janky now,
it's getting late. If I don't make some
it still holds up pretty well.
Insects will come around and eat me or something.
It's also probably the only movie that's ever made me care about an ant. Though that said, I hope they let us ride bumblebees one day.
Seems like
or at least be carried by them.
Around underneath us.
No, thank you, Satan. Stay underground, please. I do not need a larva popping up on me right now. Okay. Oh, can't forget these. And these. And with these. Wow, they added a lot more slime torches since the last time I was in here. I don't think you actually need the torch to navigate. Like, probably this part right here, but once you're deeper in, there should be enough ambient light for sure. Alright. Let's activate the machine and get back to camp. Huh. It would be cool if you could build inside this machine, though. I'm not gonna lie. It's a little sad that you can't. Who doesn't want to live on a circuit board?
That was more dramatic than I expected.
Alright. Oh, you know what? It's been a minute, so I should probably start putting down trail markers. So I don't lose my way completely. Yeah, I almost went the wrong way. I used to know this backyard like the back of my hand. But I seem to need to have, it's been long enough that I need to refamiliarize myself. Make you can we research? Oh god, everything. Ugh.
Science.
There's always so much to analyze in the beginning. And then it like falls off as you go along. Alright. Uh I recently just discovered a movie. Uh just a few like today. Uh that I think I'm going to bully my friends into watching. It was made by Studio Madhouse, and I'd never heard of this before. It's called Redline. Uh, it was animated by and made by Studio Madhouse, who, you know, amazing quality animators. Uh, but it's all hand-drawn animation, and it apparently took them like uh 7 years to make, which is wild to me. But if everything's hand-drawn, traditional 2D, like that takes time.
That tastes surprisingly not terrible.
Get those on the spit. Let's break some rocks. But the way that I would describe it would probably be wacky races in space, but Japanese. Playing this is making me think about a D&D subclass. It might be cool to make like an Ant-Man style subclass for D&D, where it's all about shrinking and becoming smaller, and in doing so you become more powerful. Have you shrink a size category, enemies get disadvantaged to hit you because you're tiny and nimble. I feel like there's some stuff there. Play around with mass. Because as it is right now, like enlarge, reduce, spell in the game, reduces and increases your weight. Uh, so if you were to keep your weight the same, that means you're keeping your mass the same, which is how Ant-Man's powers work. That's why he's got super strength, because he's got the mass of a regular person in the size of, well, an ant. Ooh, pardon me. Ooh, raw science.
Science.
All right. I don't think I'm really gonna sit up here, but I need something to do to keep busy, and chopping stuff down is a great way to build up uh, exhaustion for cardio fan and grassmaster and all that jazz. So, and it won't hurt to have like a little temporary place. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, hi, Kevin. Wow, he's a lot closer than I'm used to him being. Oh, what? What's with all the blue on him? Is that just like the light refracting off of something? Let me pull out the peepers. Oh yeah, it's the way the shadows are playing on. You can see the blue in his feathers. Oh, that's really cool. Bye, Kevin. All right. Tomorrow, first thing, we will go
That's not so
and
bad.
deal with the science lab so that way we can get stuff like floors and decide where we want to build. Oop, weevil. Oh, wait, don't have any grub leather. I don't need to worry about it yet. The meat will probably rot before I can do anything with it. Let's just slap that up in there. Oh. The beginning of Grounded is always so cool to me. Because you start so small. Like, I mean, you're always small in this game, but like, you're low to the ground. Like everything is like really high above you, and like your perspective is just really low. You're always looking up, and it's not until you get a little bit into the game and you have more resources and better tools and like better building abilities that like you start to build up, and that you start looking out, down, and like on the yard below. Which it's a nice game progression, but you do lose a little something. I feel like when you're built up in a big tree house. Is that going to stop me from building a big tree house? No. Okay. I think it's late enough. You go to bed? Nope, not yet. Let's dump some stuff. Okay. I don't want. Oh, you know what? It's been long enough. We can probably analyze a few things. Yeah, cool. I can just dump these once I analyze them.
Science.
All right, resource analyzer. I always forget that the pallets are tied to dry grass, like consistently, every time. We'll hang on to a couple of these. All right, can I go to sleep now? Yeah, screw
I'm bushed. Should we call it a day?
it. Okay, yeah, this isn't too bad. Danger. I laugh in the face of danger. Ha 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 ha.
It's pretty good.
Okay, let's see here.
At least it's clean.
Got some agua?
Ish.
Hell yeah. Let's go see our boy Burgle. Oh, hello, Nat. Billy. Okay. Where's the tree? Fuck, it's over there. Okay, cool. I remember when I first started playing this with my friends, we didn't know there was a map, so we had to orientate ourselves entirely based on like what we could see. So the tree was always north. I mean, it turns out it is on the northern part of the map, but like whenever we would refer to the cardinal directions, we would always use the tree as like our north. God, those those early days. Like I think the great thing about this game is like when you first start playing it and you don't know anything and you're discovering stuff. It's probably like as far as that goes, like the one of the best games that I've played that makes you feel a sense of wonderment when you discover stuff. Like when we found out that the a full suit of red ant armor gave you, which I found out completely by accident, um, made you red soldier ants not attack you. It was I didn't. It took us a long time to realize it because I would just go into the ant hill. It was like the first thing that I did was I made that suit um, because I was kind of the material gatherer and one of my friends is the builder and the other one was the one that really went out and did the big exploring. And so I just started going into the anthill for quartzite, never realizing that soldier ants, because I hadn't fought one yet, are hostile to you on sight. So I remember that moment. It's a pretty good one. Oh, you know what? I need one of these clovers so I can make a trail marker. And if I remember correctly, where the fuck? Ah, here we go. The Tasties are weak to bludgeoning, if my memory serves, which it may not. Alright, and this is the science lab, so you get purple. For raw science. Doodly doo doo, going into the laboratory. Gonna solve this
This looks
puzzle
like
in
Nerd
two
Paradise.
moves. Let's see. Oh god, how did I do it again? It's like this one, yeah, and then this one. Okay, don't. Oh no! My my time playing Elden Ring is doing me disservice. Ah! Oh no. You know, spear. Okay, you know what? Oh god, how do I? Huck, right bumper. Uh, whew! Thank god there's
Verbal
only one.
transcription unit 87.9.5. Order number 1. Robot, I need you to monitor these power fluctuations and inform me if they exceed acceptable limits. Hello, my name is Burgle, and
Oh,
I'm
I
serving you
love.
today.
Ah,
I specialize in cooking,
oh,
flipping,
Burgle.
and grilling. Grilling? A feature useful only to your obsolete burger-flipping brethren now consigned to the scrap heap? I need you to monitor these readings, Burgle. And isn't it redundant to specialize in cooking and grilling? Understood. Appending monitor power fluctuations to my prime directive list. Deprioritizing grilling. Good. Now get on with it. Hello there. You look like you still have questions. Is there anything else I can help you know in? Is there anything...
like you still have questions. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Let's see. Hunter. Okay. Yeah, these are easy.
Howdy, it's good to see you again. If you have any extra, bring me more of my...
Alright, do we have enough multi-story bases? We do!
Reprioritizing grilling.
Thanks for the helping hand.
Reprioritizing.
Virgil, acting science manager for this project. I am also a robot. I am sure this all must be very disorienting for you, but hopefully I can explain.
Dr. Wendell Tully. I think I have a theory, and I don't know if the community's confirmed it or like done like denied it or whatever, like figured out whether it's true or not. But I feel like
Unfortunately,
Dr. Tully might be
because a power surge has knocked out all the
Peter's
systems in
dad,
this lab.
or at least the original, because my real theory is that we're all clones.
No, why would you? Okay, moving on. The batteries here are
And this is all just like a elaborate experiment setup.
In the meantime, I'll stay here and work on repairs. I'm also happy to answer whatever questions you might have.
Get not courtside. Can't have too much of you.
Science.
Doodle-doo. How much raw science do we have? 800. Need to double check to see how much the smithing station is.
Just give me a second to let my eyes adjust to that.
I mean, I remember one time a ladybug got glitched in here, in this wall, and by God, it was impossible to get out. I don't remember this. Where does this go? Has this been under my nose the entire time and I've just never come down this way? I kinda wanna explore this and see where it goes. It's always crazy to me when I find something I haven't seen before. Because this can't be new. Does this connect to the newer ant? Oh, no. Okay, so this is the... Okay, got it. It's access back up from down here.
Science.
I never come down here, other than to go into that hole to get the stuff that's down below. Oh, and we're running. Okay. Hello, Burble. Goodbye, Burble. Just gonna slam this button. Another shame is that you can't build inside the lab. It would be cool if you could refurbish the Omnium lab and kind of make it your own. Although I know there was, I think it's on the roadmap. Powered buildings are on the roadmap, so maybe they'll let us do that in a future update, which would be just really neat. Getting those acorns. See, has plenty of room in my inventory. drops. Nope, looks like I'm going for some juice. All the food's back out.
I know I'm a picky
mushrooms
eater,
it
but
is.
still.
Acorn bits. Man, I am so excited for 1.0 to come out. I'm genuinely excited that it's coming out later this year. I can't wait to see what they do. Like how, like what the quote unquote what the release version of the game looks like. I was gonna say the final version, but they're planning to continue to update it after release. So, and I know they said that the next few updates are going to be light as they get ready for 1.0, which I get it. Like sometimes you gotta make hard choices to make sure that you can get the product out on time and to the quality that you want. Oh, did I really only get one shell from that? And no top. Huh. I feel like I normally get a top with each one. You know, it's probably just my memory being hazy. Let's see here. Break those sap clumps. Doo-doo-doo. My mind keeps going back to the idea of that kind of like Ant-Man subclass. I'm trying to think what class it would be a part of, because you could make like an argument for fighter and rogue. You can make an argument for druid, like a druid subclass that focuses on turning into tiny creatures. You can make an argument for ranger, monk. Kind of want to do it for barbarian. That would just get angry. You harness the power of the tiny man. Just short man syndrome, the subclass. That's tempting. That's actually tempting. That would be such a shit post. Tie it to your age. Uh. You become 1 foot tall. Cause like I know one of my favorite characters was that I ever made was a halfling barbarian. Uh, which is just delightful. Doodly doo. And doo 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 doo. Okay. Ooh. Free leaf. Ants. Now I'm remembering why I don't build here anymore. It's right next to the ant hill. Jerks come all over the place.
Science.
All right. Um. Tonight was mostly an experiment, as opposed to like a regular real stream that I'll be doing. It's been a while, so been a while. I've been kind of getting streaming again built up in my head as this big to do. So I needed I need to just come back and do kind of a little scuffed stream with my little bouncy PNG avatar, uh, with like one viewer that's probably Commander Root, uh, whom we love. We stand Commander Root. Just to remind myself that I do in fact enjoy this, even when there's nobody watching. Like, I enjoy entertaining. I love having people over to my house, or my apartment, I suppose, and entertaining them, even if it is exhausting sometimes. Um, I enjoy like you're my friend when I cook for you, or I offer to cook for you, or I bring you food. I'm not the greatest cook, but I can do a bit. I can do a bit. Some basic stuff. Um, getting pretty good at potatoes. I'm a weirdo. When I want to learn something, I want to learn uh about it like one step at a time, and I want to learn everything to do with that step. Uh, so that way I want to understand it at its most basic level. So for example, if I was to really get into building computers, for example, I would want to understand how every single component of the computer worked at its core level. So a motherboard. I wouldn't want to just know what the motherboard does. I would want to know how it's made and why it works. Um, so that way, when I'm making decisions as to which motherboard to get, I'm not just making an educated decision based off of stuff that I know, but I understand the core principles behind the thing.
Science.
It's why I never really bothered with memorizing multiplication tables, because once I figured out, which you do pretty quickly, or at least some people do, I should say. If math is a bit of a struggle for me. Although I found out mostly it was a struggle because my my education was very disjointed, and so there were some core principles that I just was not aware of. Like order of operations. I was in algebra 2 and I didn't know that, and trig, and I didn't know what the order of operations was. Which I don't know how I made it there. I don't know how I got that far without knowing what the order of operations was. But it wasn't until I was kicked back to remedial math in college, um, when I took my placement test, because I hadn't done anything math related or algebraic in a long time. At that point, I say a long time. It'd only been a couple of months. Uh, so I completely botched it. I forgot what everything meant, and so I went back and had to start from addition and subtraction again, which I didn't hate. Covering the absolute fundamentals is usually not too much of a bother for me, even if it can be boring as sin. But that's where I learned about the order of operations, and suddenly algebra got a hell of a lot easier. Um, so that's it. I've never really bothered to go back and try and uh, basically redo my algebra education. Um, I wound up dropping out of that class uh, in a few months after that to kind of get away from some uh, let's call them problematic parts of my family. And that resulted in me not finishing my math education. So part of me wants to go back to community college and finish taking a remedial math course and see how far I can go in math. Um, See if I can get back to trig and actually understand what trig what you're supposed to do in trig, because I genuinely don't know how the fuck I went from geometry to trig, because I looked at my because geometry always made sense to me. Um, I don't know why, not knowing the order of operations. I was able to, but I scored high enough that my school at the time was just like, you don't need calculus, we're gonna put you in trigonometry. And I'm like, all right. So it would be cool to kind of go back. I don't know. It would be nice if I could just like do a night class. Now that I'm older, and like education is my decision and not something that's forced upon me, I'm so curious to like revisit some old subjects and relearn things. I mean, surprise, surprise, when you're not forcing people to literally spend their entire day slaving away uh, on work that meaningless work that you assign them, and like actually teach them things that they want to know, they tend to enjoy learning a lot more. But hey, maybe I'm just wild. Maybe I'm just a wild and crazy snail. I guess I'm building here, at least a preliminary structure to start off from. I wasn't gonna. I told myself I wasn't gonna. But here we are, building on the rock again. Name it Fort Dwayne. Don't name it Fort Dwayne. That's a dumb name. Oh, dang it. The fucking ants ate my
Good
food.
thing I'm
That's
hungry.
right. I forgot. They come in and they steal your food here. Okay, there you are. Hello. Well, that was embarrassing. Probably should have thrown the hammer. Let's see if I can knock it off. Do I have enough to craft like just another hammer? Another axe, rather. Time to cut my axe down. uh, amusement. Oh. Well. Uh, I guess. Well, maybe. Maybe if I chop this down. Not. Nope. Hmm. I guess you can just chill there, bro. Maybe can I knock it? Nope. Yeah, there we go. Hell yeah. Okay, let's see. Cut this down. Let's see. Do I have chests? I do. Ah. Some rocks and some quartzite in here. Some sap that I don't need. We'll keep the food on me, cause fucking ants. I won't need that for a bit. Let's see if the gnat responded. Responded? Respond. Jesus. Nope. Oh. Oh, that was a bee. I got excited and thought there was another gnat around. Okay. Let's see if I can get another dandelion knocked down before it's too dark. One thing I do appreciate is that you can cut grass stems, and the grass will never grow from that spot again. but it doesn't matter if you fully destroy a weed, they always grow back. And quite frankly, I appreciate that. Okay. Was it just those? Was there another one? Looks like that was it. Let's pop up here, pop up here. Okay. Just slap a little floor down, so that way we can work on getting some of those grass planks off the floor. I suppose I could build a pallet, but where's the fun in that? Oh, what was I? Right, I was about to log off, and then I got distracted talking about math. God, what a nerd thing to say. Um. So yeah, this was mostly just like a quick little scuffed experiment to make sure that like I still enjoy streaming, which I do. Um. This was a nice reminder. That like this is fun and that I like doing it, even if no one's watching. It's more fun when my friends are around, but they are
That's
busy
not so
right now.
bad.
Hopefully they'll be able to join me for the next one. Cause they're a hoot, and I'm definitely more funny with them around. So yeah, let's go ahead and finish the day. Get to a point where we can go to sleep. We'll save, and then we'll call it a stream. And we'll call it a successful first stream. Hour and a half, not quite 2 hours. Not bad for coming back. Okay, gotta make sure the floors are aligned or it's gonna bug me. Like that. Like that is gonna bug me. But there's nothing I can do about it. Or can I? No, I cannot. It'd be nice if I could mirror this. Oh well. It's not the end of the world. Yet. It could be if we really wanted it to be, but I feel like we can hold out for something a little bit more appropriately epic for Doomsday, for the apocalypse. So, oh, there it is, cardio fan. Hell yeah! I was starting to think I wasn't gonna get it before I ended stream for tonight. What are you doing on my workbench? Huh. Am I crazy? That ant was inside of my workbench, right? You know, we're just not gonna talk about it. We're just not gonna talk about it. We don't need to talk about it.
Anyone else tired? Just me?
All right, let's go ahead and super quit out. Yes. Boom. All right, everyone. We'll see you next time. If you stopped in for a couple of minutes, or if you've been lurking the whole time, thank you so much. If you're watching the VOD, you're appreciated. And I hope to see you soon. This is Evan. You need to remember when a child